What's going on, Dragon Ball Z fans? Unreal Entertainment Gaming here today, once again bringing you my review for Dragon Ball New Age Chapter 3, Vegeta's Last Stand. Now, for many of you guys out there who aren't familiar with Dragon Ball New Age, I really recommend you guys to go on ahead and check out my previous reviews on Chapter 0, Chapter 1, and Chapter 2, created by Malik Studios, everybody, my good friend Terry, the creator of Dragon Ball New Age. If you guys would please go on ahead and help support this series. This is an awesome manga, by the way, created by this guy, and if you guys want the links will be in the description below. Check out his DeviantArt, check out his Facebook and YouTube account, guys, for all of the latest news, information, and updates for Dragon Ball New Age. And like I said before, guys, for those of you out there who enjoyed the previous reviews before, now it's time to get into the final act of Vegeta and Rigor. Now, the story takes off right now as Vegeta is just standing there. He's kind of pondering. He's wondering to himself, you know, I don't believe for one second that Rigor is as strong as he claims he is. You know, even if he's only using half his energy right now, it'll still take, you know, more than what I have now to defeat him and whatnot. So Vegeta's kind of questioning himself. At the same time, he's like, you know, if he's telling the truth, you know, I'm screwed. But at the same time, I can't afford it. He's lying. You know, I can't let him shake me up and whatnot. So Vegeta right now is in a state of denial because he's thinking to himself that this guy cannot be the legendary Super Saiyan that Rigor claims to be. So right now, Vegeta is getting ready to engage Rigor once again, and he's pretty much saying to himself, you know, no way, there's no way, you know, he is the warrior of legend and stuff like that. So Rigor is just looking at Vegeta, and he's like, well, are you going to stare me to death, or are you going to fight me, you know? So Vegeta gets kind of like riled up. He's like, you know, that's right, just keep on smiling. I'm about to just knock that smile right off your face. So Vegeta starts powering up, and Rigor's just like, oh yeah, I'll be waiting here just for you to impress me, and, you know, when that happens, you know, you can get ready to attack me if you wish. So Vegeta's powering up, and, you know, Rigor's wife is just standing there. She's like, wow, very interesting, you know, Vegeta's chi is increasing, so he's actually getting more powerful by the minute, and Rigor's just standing there. He has no concern in the world. He's like, all right, well, that doesn't really impress me. He just went 3/4 above his previous power level, and, you know, it might make a little bit of a difference, but it ain't gonna work. So Vegeta actually then goes on ahead to just charge Rigor, and then he's pretty much yelling out, go to hell. So I believe Vegeta is about to blast him with either, you know, his final shine attack or whatever the case may be, and so he unleashes this giant attack and whatnot, and he actually hits Rigor. Now, in the meantime, you know, as the blast pretty much takes Rigor away, Piccolo and Goten are sensing this, and Piccolo's like, wow, this battle's heating up. I mean, we have to get a move on right now. We have to increase our speed because, you know, there's a huge shockwave coming from Vegeta's location, and we have to get there. You know, we have to make hurry, because if we don't, Vegeta is going to perish. So right now, Piccolo and Goten are desperately trying to get to Vegeta because they know the danger that he is in. So as the dust settles, we have Rigor just standing there very ominously, and he's like, oh, well, that almost hurt, ow. You know, the only thing that's pretty much torn up on this guy is his shirt. I mean, literally, so the blast had no effect. His wife is laughing. Vegeta's in shock. Vegeta's like, there is no freaking way. So, you know, Rigor's wife is like, Vegeta's combat power is far stronger than I had originally calculated. You know, I wonder if his friends have similar abilities, but either way, they're not going to stand a chance. So Vegeta's just thinking to himself, he's like, this guy is strong. He's like pretty much invincible. So, you know, he's wondering to himself, that attack should have just wiped him off the grid, and he's just still standing there. How am I supposed to take this guy out? You know, and meanwhile, I just unleashed one of my very powerful attacks, and he's still standing there. So then Vegeta's like, you know, well, it's now or never. I have to crank it up all the way, and if I don't do this, I'm going to perish. So Vegeta is about to unleash 100% of his Super Saiyan 4 powers, and he's pretty much pissed on the fact that Rigor was able to take that attack, you know, full force without even much as flinching. So Vegeta's pretty much saying, you know, if he can shake that off like nothing, you know, let's see if he can shake off my full strength. I have no choice. You know, I have to use my full power. As much as I don't want to believe that this guy is as powerful as he says he is, you know, I can't afford to just toy around with him. You know, it wouldn't matter at this point, because if I don't destroy him, I'm going to perish myself. So, you know, Rigor is just like, oh boy, here we go. And he's cracking his neck and whatnot. So Rigor's like, well, I haven't quite loosened up yet, and I don't want to put any muscle strain on myself. So he's pretty much mocking Vegeta, and he's like, yo, so, I'll tell you what, if I'm feeling, a certain way, I'll give you one last chance to hit me with everything you got, and then I will literally retaliate against you. So this is your last chance to hit me with whatever you have, and then you will die. So Vegeta unleashes 100% of his full Super Saiyan 4 power. Literally, the pinnacle of Vegeta's power has been unleashed right now. Vegeta has pushed it. I mean, literally, he's finished. And Rigor's wife is like, wow, another increase. That this is insane. Now there is no limit to like his preserves or whatever. Like, how far is Vegeta gonna go? So Rigor's like, finally, your full power at last. Oh boy. So Rigor's not impressed whatsoever. But then Vegeta puts his hands together and is about to unleash 100% of a Super Saiyan 4 Final Flash attack. So Vegeta's pretty much charging his chi, and he's pretty much going to unleash the biggest Final Flash in history. And what does he do? He unleashes it against Rigor, and Rigor's just standing there. And then finally, at long last, he unleashes the blast, and Rigor, with all of his power, knocks the blast into the air. He kicks the Final Flash straight into space. And I mean, what a sight to see. I mean, a Super Saiyan 4 Final Flash being kicked into the sky. And then Vegeta is like, what? He can't believe it. He's like, my full power has just been deflected with just one kick. And Rigor's just there, and Vegeta's just like staring at his blast as it's going into space. And Rigor's like, well, was that it? Seriously? Was that your full power? All of these years and all of these times I've waited and traveled halfway across the universe for that. And then Rigor's wife is like, well, so much for that, right? I mean, that's pretty much done for. He dropped his final attack like it was nothing. So Vegeta is in utter shock. Vegeta cannot believe what he just witnessed, because this guy literally just knocked his blast into outer space. Tension is at its highest right now, and Rigor's like, well, I thought for sure that my own brother, the Prince of All Saiyans, would have had more to that than that, you know what I mean? Like, I am very disappointed. You had your chance, and now it's my turn. And Vegeta's just standing there, and he's like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, and he's mad. And then, Rigor's like, I'm going to enjoy this. Don't worry, I'll start out gently. And, as Vegeta's saying, I'm sorry, Rigor got really mad. He's like, you miserable vermin. And then Vegeta's like, I don't blame you for hating me. You have every right. I've walked on your path before. It's like a big frustration, a big void in your body. You can never hate enough or kill enough to fill it. But, the person who killed your mother before isn't who I am anymore. I can't reverse what had happened before. If I could, I would. And I can take it all back. But whatever it is that I've done for you, I'm truly sorry. Like, I'm sorry for killing your mother, Rigor. And I'm sorry for putting you in that situation. As a Saiyan, I am no longer the same Saiyan as I was before, and truly for that I apologize. So that right there, I mean, that right there just causes Rigor to just tick. I mean, literally, that was like the embodiment. That was it. I mean, whatever was going to happen, it would be done now. So Vegeta's like there, his wife is staring a hole at him. Goten and Piccolo are just, rushing. They're like, we're coming, Vegeta, hang on. And, Rigor's like, what did you think, huh? That somehow you'd melt my heart with your soppy words and, all would be forgotten and forgiven. You want forgiveness, well, you want atonement, right? So put up what little effort you can into defending your life while I crush you, bleed for me, beg for mercy, beg me to spare your life so I can laugh at your notion. Rigor's like just threatening him. He's like, this is going to satisfy me, and then I'll accept your apology. When I crush you, that is exactly when I'll forgive you. And Vegeta's like, what? And, Rigor's like, you're sorry after everything you and your father have put me through? All you can say is that you're sorry. How dare you mock me with your pitiful words? The murder of my mother, the exile of countless sleepless nights, haunted by endless nightmares. An empty apology is supposed to fix everything. So Vegeta just pissed him off right now. I mean, literally, it's about to go down. Rigor is about to encounter and attack Vegeta, and all Vegeta can do right now is just prepare for the worst. And now we move on to Chapter 4, Vegeta's Trump Card. Now, The chapter actually starts off with Vegeta pretty much standing there, and he's like, he's so damn powerful. This has gotten out of hand. I've only gotten one chance left to beat him, and then Rigor is getting into his, flight pose, and he pretty much tells Vegeta, "Here I come. Are you ready?" And Vegeta is like, "Oh shit." So Rigor charges Vegeta really, really fast, really, really hard, and he kicks Vegeta so hard in the chin, and that's when the beating begins. He grabs Vegeta by the leg, he slams him onto the ground, he's punching him repeatedly in the stomach, he's punching him in the abs. Vegeta is coughing up blood. He's still holding on to Vegeta's foot with an unmitigated grasp. He flings Vegeta in the air, he grabs him once again, and then he just pretty much punches him in the back of the head. Vegeta's flying around like crazy, and then Rigor throws him back in the air again, and he knocks him back down. Vegeta goes plummeting down into the earth, and he smacks the mountains, he smacks the dirt. And right now, Vegeta is trying to get up. He's hurt, he's in pain, he's bleeding everywhere. And Rigor's just standing there. He's like, boring and pathetic, literally. So then, as he's coming down, Vegeta's trying to get up, and he's bleeding everywhere. And, Rigor's like, so I'm very disappointed in you, Vegeta. Since leaving Planet Vegeta, a challenge worthy of my strength has, yet to precede me or whatever. It was supposed to be, me and you, but now it's foolish for me to think that you're an opponent for me because you don't even stand a chance for me. So Rigor's like, I hope you would have been strong enough to compete with me, and I thought I am the one, that could have pretty much gotten a challenge out of you. And he's like, I'm twice what you are. You don't even deserve my full power. I can just end you right now if I want to, but I want to make you suffer. And Rigor's looking at him. He's cracking his knuckles. He's like, well, what's the matter? Not talkative so much, huh? You're not going to apologize now, Vegeta, huh? Come on, Vegeta. Say something. Say something profound. Say something elegant, that you can just melt my heart again. And Vegeta is pretty much getting up, and as he's getting up, he tells Rigor, watch your back. And then Rigor's like, what do you mean, watch my back? And then as Rigor's just standing there, there was a blast headed right for him, and then boom, a giant blast hits him. Rigor is not affected. He's just standing there. He's like, who? And then Piccolo's like, me. And then, Rigor turns around and he's like, well, what do we have here? You sure don't look like you're from this planet, but, not with a power like that. He's like, you must be one of those, other powers that I sensed before. What's your business here, Green Man? You come to interfere with Vegeta's behalf, have you? And then, he's just standing there. He's like, well, this is a family matter anyway. However, I won't hold you guilty to anything, but if I have to, I'll kill you, but I sure warn you that if you actually get in my way again, any indication you won't be in a matter of Vegeta. So pretty much if you get in the way, I will kill you. And honestly, what do we even call that? And Piccolo's like, I like to call it a distraction. And then he's like, wait a minute, what? So Rigor just threatened Piccolo, and Piccolo just says, that move that I just, attacked you with is called the distraction. And he's like, what? Out of nowhere, Super Saiyan Goten kicks Rigor in the back of the head so damn hard, unexpectedly, because Rigor had his attention drawn towards Piccolo. Goten kicks Rigor through a bunch of mountains, literally. Goten comes down, he's tired. Rigor's wife's like, not bad. It's not often that someone catches my husband off guard, and the one who kicks him seemed to have been a Super Saiyan, so actually there's another Saiyan on this planet too. None of that really matters because they're all, their powers, even combined, they wouldn't injure him, so she's just like, all right, well, they managed to distract him, but it ain't gonna do much. So, and then Vegeta's looking at Piccolo. He's like, Vegeta, stand up. That bought us some time. You have to fucking stand up right now. And Vegeta's trying to stand up, mind you. A full-powered Super Saiyan 4 is struggling, and he's getting up. He's like, oh, you fool. And then Vegeta wipes off the blood off his mouth. He's like, all you fucking done was manage to seal your own fates now. This is it. You guys have fucked up big time. So Goten sees that Rigor emerged from the rubble really, really fast. And he got back to the actual site really, really fast. And Goten is freaking scared. Goten's like, oh shit. And Rigor just gets there and he's like, oh, well, I have to commend you on that. You managed to get me all dusty and you torn up my combat suit, but you know, in my eyes, deceive me. You know, is this another Super Saiyan? Really? Wow. And he's like, well, I don't think the three of you are actually, you know, going to stand a chance against me. I didn't even know that there were any other Saiyans that lived except for Vegeta. And now I'm very curious, but, you know, you should have never have interfered. You know, this fight was between me and Vegeta, and, you know, it kind of makes sense, and it makes me mad, you know. And he's like, what is your business here? And Rigor's pretty much looking at the three of them, and he's like, you know, if I were you, I'd consider my next few moments very wisely, because I'm about to make them your last. And Goten's like, oh shit, should we run? You know, at least until then we'd have more time. And then Piccolo's like, you know, that'll be pointless, because, you know, we'd have to face him either way. I'd rather face him now, despite how impossible the odds are. And Vegeta's like, you know, Vegeta's looking at the both of them. He's like, you know, that's even if we could escape, I think he can sense the chi that we have. So even if we can try to manage, you know, he'd still find us, you know. So we have to make our stand here. If we don't make our stand here, we are going to die. So as that's happening, the next thing you know, Trunks emerges, and Trunks is like, would you guys like some help? And, you know, they're like, oh shit, Trunks. And, you know, Vegeta's like, I'll say we've stepped in some deep shit this time. And Trunks is like, wow, so this is the guy, huh? And Rigor's standing there. He's like, huh, another dead idiot. And Trunks is taking off his jacket. He's like, man, that is some power. You know, what's this guy's deal? And Vegeta explains to Trunks, like, you know, his name is Rigor. The female Saiyan over there is his wife, and apparently he is my half-brother. He claims to be the legendary Super Saiyan, the ultra-powerful Saiyan of legend, the pure embodiment of rage. That makes him different from all of us, and he, you know, he's here to kill me. And Rigor's like, as entertaining, you know, as all of these new playmates may be, I'm not amused, and this is between me and Vegeta, and it's going to stay between me and Vegeta. So here's the deal. I'll give you 1 minute to decide. Either you stand aside and let Vegeta and I settle this, or the three of you make peace with your maker before I kill you all. So Rigor's like, this is it. If you guys don't stand aside right now, this is going to be it for you guys, and if you guys want to live or die, it's up to you. But either way, this is your final chance to either stand aside and let me and Vegeta finish this, or you will perish in the actual making. And now Vegeta's like, you know, this guy is at least twice as strong as I am. You know, even with the four of us attacking him, you know, we will actually put up a little effort. So we can't beat him that way. You know, if he's as strong as he says he is, no matter what we do, we can't destroy him. And, you know, Piccolo's like, you know, any suggestion then? I mean, fucking, we have no suggestions. I mean, just standing around, waiting around is just not gonna fucking do much. So Vegeta's like, there is a way. There might be a way. It's a long shot though, but we'll require the three of you to keep him occupied alone. Do you think you can handle that? And Piccolo's like, well, I suppose certainly, you know, I mean, we can try, but it's probably not going to do as much. And Vegeta's like, you know, I've been developing a technique, a blast, that should be enough to pretty much destroy him. I doubt that, you know, even with his speed, he could dodge it, but I require at least 1 minute of concentration, so I can concentrate my power, you know, into one. You know, the three of you are going to have to distract him and just get him off of me, and if you guys can do that, we can actually, you know, win. So then we have Rigor's wife is just standing there, and she's like, it would seem like your little friends are making a futile plans, eh? And Rigor is just standing there just counting down until the final moments of everybody, you know, coming up with a plan to pretty much annihilate him. So, and then that ends the chapter of Chapter 4. So, the embodiment of Chapter 3 and 4 were pretty much Rigor and Vegeta just going back and forth. And we actually saw Vegeta get beaten down multiple times. And it's pretty insane how the story goes on to continue. So, but let me know what you guys think of Chapters 3 and 4 in the comment section below. Did you guys like it? Did you guys hate it? What do you guys think of Rigor? What do you guys think of Dragon Ball New Age? Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you guys love the manga? Do you guys hate the fan-made manga? Let me know your reasons in the comment section below, everybody. Thank you all for watching once again. My name is UnrealStudioEnt Gaming. If you guys are Dragon Ball Z fans, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for all the latest Dragon Ball Z news, information, updates, reviews, what-if battles, walkthroughs, and so many other great content, everybody. If you guys enjoyed the video, please don't forget to hit it up with a like and a favorite. If you guys enjoyed Dragon Ball New Age, also, guys, don't forget to check out the links in the description below. Check out Malik Studios at DeviantArt. Check out his Facebook page. Check out his YouTube account as well. Help support the series, guys, because remember, with our fan-made Dragon Ball mangas, we're actually getting the word out. We're actually, you know, progressing Dragon Ball Z, because the spirit of Dragon Ball Z is carried on by us, the fans. So I greatly appreciate that once again, everybody. So once again, everybody, thank you all for watching. Stay tuned for the next chapter, everyone. I will be reviewing the next chapter, so I hope you all stay tuned for more, and I hope to see you all in the next episode. Take it easy, everybody. Peace.